Hey guys, welcome back to Sip and Dip with Chelsea. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing this design that I created with reflective gel polish glitter on top of dip powder, and I'm also going to share some tips and tricks to prevent gel polish from peeling if you're using it on top of dip powder. Let's get started. As always, I have my Peel Base on. Peel Base lets me pop off my dip powder in about 1 to 3 days so I can keep up with filming. So make sure you prep your nails to last if you want your manicure to last. I'll leave my Peel Base routine linked up above if you're curious. I'll be using Kara Sky's products today, so this is their natural powder. I'll use this to build up my apex and their liquids. The liquids are a faster drying liquid, which is perfect because this is going to be very straightforward and quick. You'll see I'm just doing a small stripe down the center of my nail and dipping into the natural powder. Once it's dry, I dust off the excess powder, and now for our second layer, we're going to go a little bit further back and a little bit more on the sides. This is going to build up strength. It's going to give our nails that natural arch that we'd like. So in case you're wondering, why not just do builder gel or some sort of gel underneath this gel polish design? Well, as you might have guessed, dip powder is my personal preference, so it's totally up to you on what you want to do. I find that gel peels and lifts more on my natural nails than dip powder, so again, personal preference. And I wanted to show you if you experience that as well, or maybe you just like that dip powder strength, you can still do gel polish on top. I'll be using medium pink from Kara Sky. We're going to fluff it up with our toothpick, and now we're going to go all the way back to our sidewall and all the way to our cuticle area. So we're going to do a full layer across our entire nail and then dip into the pink powder. Then with my precision tool, I'm just going to clean up around my cuticle area to make sure there's nothing on my skin. I'm going to follow those same steps for the rest of my nails. So I chose this color because I wanted to make sure on my pointer finger and my ring finger that I had some sort of pink color. And this is going to help underneath the full glitter nails because I'm only going to have to do one layer of glitter. The pink really helped the glitter pop, so I didn't have to do 2 full layers. I don't want my nails to be too bulky because I'm doing layers of gel on top of this. So once I'm done with this layer, that's all I'm going to do for dip powder. So we're going to dip our pinky in, and once everything's dry, dust it off. Now with my Seal and Protect, I'm going to apply a very generous layer of this to all of the nails and wait 2 minutes before I go to file and shape. Then I'm going to share my tricks on how we're going to make sure that this gel does not peel off. So I've got my Macart 100/180 grit. I'm going to use the 180 grit side first to go around my free edge really quickly, just getting my shape back. And again, this is why I chose Kara Sky's products, because it's a very straightforward dip powder manicure. And when you have a faster drying liquid, it can make the process much easier because everything dries really quick and you can keep on moving on to the next layer. So once I'm done getting my free edge shape back first, here's the important part, you guys. We are not going to buff. Gel needs a rough surface to adhere to. So we're going to use the 180 grit side and go across the entire top surface of the nail. So if you have tried to use gel on top of dip powder and you notice that the gel top coat or the gel polish of some sort peeled right off, it could be because the surface was too smooth. So definitely skip the buffing block and use a 180 grit file on top instead. So I'd follow those same steps for the rest of my nails. Here's how we're looking, and here they are. So I'm going to dust off the excess powder, and now we're going to use rubbing alcohol. So skip that second activator. We're going to cleanse our nails with rubbing alcohol next. My next tip would be to use a gel base coat. This is totally optional. You do not have to use a gel base coat on top of dip powder, underneath gel top coat, or underneath a gel polish, but if you experience any sort of peeling with your gel on top of dip powder, this can really help. So it is optional, but if you experience it, I would totally give this a try. So we're going to use our gel base coat, and I love these rounded brushes. I just had to show y'all. We're gonna do a full coat across the entire nail, a thin layer of this. Notice I'm wiping my brush off because I have a little bit too much on there. Do not get this product on your skin. If you do, please be sure to wipe it off with a brush and not your finger. And then we're gonna cure for a full 60 seconds. This layer of our base gel is going to do a few things for us. One, it's going to serve as more strength on our nails because notice we're doing a full layer of this. Two, it's going to give a smooth, even surface for our next layer to go on, whether that be color or top coat. And 3, this is also going to help prevent peeling because it's going to have that tacky layer and it's grabbing onto our dip powder. So this is going to definitely help prevent if there was any sort of issues with peeling. This is optional, but I just want to explain how it can be helpful. So cure for 60 seconds, and here are the reflective gel polishes that I purchased. So it comes with a 12-pack on Amazon. Here are some of the swatches. I'm going to show y'all some of the swatches on the right side, but I am obsessed. This is the second one that I purchased. The first one was definitely a flop. They were super sheer, but this one, y'all, is so pigmented, and they have other colors online, which I'm probably gonna buy as well. And I could not get over the glitter. It is incredible. The reflection on them, they're blinding, to be honest. So I used this shade today because, of course, Valentine's Day is coming. I'm gonna start by doing a full layer across my nail first. So notice I'm just working that product back to my cuticle area, making sure I'm not getting it on my skin, doing a thin, even layer because that's really important with gel, and I cannot get over the sparkle. It's just incredible. I only had to do one layer of glitter on each of these full glitter nails to get that full color payoff that I was looking for. So having that pink dip powder underneath definitely helps, but I do feel like these are super pigmented and very easy to use, which I can really appreciate because I don't play with gel all the time, but I found application to be very easy. I didn't feel like they were very thick, and they just went on like a breeze. You can see how fast it goes on, just making sure I do not get this on my skin, and then cure for 60 seconds. I'm just taking a moment to appreciate the sparkle. This is no flash on my phone or anything, just my lighting. I could not get over this glitter. I'm going to use a little dollop of this on my gel palette here. And then with my Beetles brush, I get this in a pack on Amazon. It's just a liner brush. We're going to work that through these brush bristles. I'm going to start on my French nail first, going sidewall to center, sidewall to center. I like to use my natural smile line, and then we're going to work smarter, not harder, and we're going to fill through that big bare area with our brush. And then with our liner brush, we're going to make sure we get all the way to those sidewalls so we have a really crisp, clean look. Once I'm happy with it, I cure for 60 seconds, and now I'm just going to do another layer on top just because I want to make sure it's fully pigmented like the other nails. And we're going to do another layer with our brush, not putting a whole lot on there, just making sure I don't have any lighter pink spots, and cleaning it up with our liner brush again, just because I really want to make sure the colors are even with those other solid color nails. All right, here's how it's looking. I'm really happy with it, so I'm going to go ahead and cure for 60 seconds. For my ring finger, I'm going to start by tracing my cuticle area first, just making sure I don't get this on my skin, and going all the way over to that sidewall. This next layer, I'm going to go a little bit further down, just thickening that line. So you'll notice I go sidewall to sidewall, and now I'm going to go a little bit further down again. I'm just doing this so I can keep an eye on the thickness of this one, and once I'm happy with it, then I'm going to cure again for 60 seconds. I'm going to go back over top one more time, just making sure I have a nice even pigment of color, just like my other nails. So this isn't to add any more to the line, it's just to add more of the color opacity that I'm looking for. Then we're going to cure again for 60 seconds once you're happy with it, and we're going to do our top coat. I'll be using this gel top coat today, and we're going to do another thin, even layer across the entire nail, and then cure for 60 seconds once we're done. I like this top coat not only because it has that rounded brush, but it's also a thinner consistency. I would love if you guys have a gel top coat suggestion that is a thinner consistency and also HEMA-free. Please feel free to comment that because I've been trying a few out. I really just don't care for the really thick builder gel type ones. I like a thinner consistency. Y'all know I'm used to dip powder liquids, so feel free to drop that suggestion down below. I'm going to flip my hand over. This is going to help that gel top coat settle over top of those designs, and then cure for 60 seconds. All right, y'all, here they are. I am ready for Valentine's Day. I need to get started on more Valentine's Day designs. It's my favorite season, pink season, and of course, sparkle. I can't get over how sparkly these gel polishes were. 10 out of 10 recommend them, y'all. They were really not that bad. I think they were in the $20 range for 12, and the glitter is just unreal. This is not with the flash. and I'm obsessed. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hopefully this helps if you have any issues with gel on top of dip powder, and I hope y'all have an amazing day. I'll see y'all next week.